Hey everybody, what's going on? My name is PBM, and today we're just going to be doing the classic old item review video. Today we're going to be talking about Lono's mask and when to build it. Is it a good item? If I am going to get it, how do I use it? Do I sell it? Do I keep it? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm just going to talk about my experiences with the item, and hopefully it helps you guys out. So, Lono's Mask was a starter item that was introduced in patch 4.7 for supports, and, the obvious 5 HP 5, and basically it uses the Watcher's Gift assist mechanic on minion kills, and as you stack that up, or as you get an assist, you gain stacks, and those stacks will give you 2 max health, up to 75 times, and when you hit that 75 stack threshold, you will get 400 gold. So basically what this item means is that it's just another option that you have to start the game as support. So once they made Bumba's Mask and Rangda's Mask and all these other 500 gold mask items, they allowed you to buy it with Watcher's Gift at the start of the game. So to compare it to its mask counterparts, if you look at it stacked up to the other ones, all of these items will sell for 333 gold out of the 500. So you'll buy the item. So Bumba's Mask, for example, if you want to start Watcher's Gift and Bumba's Mask and a few potions, you can get the early game benefits of the Bumbas, and then you can sell it late game, or not even late game, just whenever you want basically, and the end cost will only be 167 gold of the item. The reason why that is very advantageous for Lono's Mask is it still works like that. It still gives you 333 gold back, but because you're also getting 400 gold off the passive, you end up getting 733 gold off the item, so you actually make gold from buying this item, which allows you to get into your power spikes a little bit quicker. So, for example, if you compare Lono's Mask, or if you try to use Lono's Mask in a build like this would be like a standard support build at the start of the game. You would get your Watcher's Gift into whatever boots you want, into Mark of the Vanguard. Sometimes you don't even need the Vanguard. And then you would just go into whatever aura item you want, Sovereignty, Thebes, Heart Ward, whatever you want to get first. And the idea initially behind Lono's Mask was that you would get Watcher's Gift, you would get Lono's, and then you would get your boots, you would get your Vanguard, and then you would sell Lono's to buy your Sovereignty at like 200 gold quicker. That seemed to be the idea that a lot of people had. I don't think it's good to use the item for that at all, because the 150 health that it has is worth way more than the 233 gold you get. So to go over that, Lono's Mask the only real downside it has is that if you're buying at level 1, you get less potions, and if you are getting it later in the game, it doesn't power spike as hard as Mark of the Vanguard initially, because Mark of the Vanguard has the passive and you get all of the stats up front. But Lono's is very, very cost efficient. If you think you can get these stacks up, it is definitely worth getting the item, in my opinion. I think it's a really good item. To compare it to Glowing Emerald, which is the tier 1 of Stone of Gaia, Shield of Regrowth, Mail Renewal, Gauntlet of Thebes. If you're not looking at the screen, I'll say it for you. 100 health and 10 HP 5 for 600 gold. Whereas Lono's, when you get it full stacked, so it's 500 gold minus 400, so for 100 gold, you get 150 health and 5 HP 5. Obviously, that is way better than Glowing Emerald. Having flat health is better than HP 5, and something that costs 100 gold net is better than something that costs 600 gold, obviously. So it's a really good power spike item. It's just, when do you build it is what you have to figure out. So the traditional support starts are Watcher's Gift and Boots 1, and then there's also Watcher's Gift, Bumba's Mask, and there's also Watcher's Gift and Lono's Mask. So the obvious comparison with these, besides the shoes versus mask, are the potions. So with Boots 1, you can buy up to 8 potions, so a lot of people get like 4 and 4 and blah blah blah. With Bumba's and Lono's, you only get a total of 4 potions, so you can get 2 and 2. I prefer to go 3 to 1 ratio when I go the mask items. I don't think that I I need the 2 and 2. So, to go over these, in my opinion, I think Boots 1 is now the worst start of all of them. The reason for that is I never really personally find myself needing 8 potions in the laning phase. I see a lot of people buy multi potions and health. Actually, I see a lot of people buy mana potions, and I guess this is maybe a rant for another day, but I don't think that you need this at all. I see this is like the quote-unquote like support noob trap. If you're playing like most gods, you do not need 4 mana potions at all, so I would pretty much never buy this. A lot of times I'll see people buy this in like my ranked or casual games, and they'll get out of laning phase and they'll have like 3 mana potions left, and I just don't get the point. And I think it's very rare when I go through a laning phase and I actually use all 8 potions. And if you're taking advantage of the Watcher's passive, there's no way in my opinion that you ever go through 4 mana potions either. So normally what I'll do with the Boots 1 start is I'll end up getting like 4 healing potions and 2 multi potions. Sometimes I'll get 4 and 3. But more often it's 4 and 2, and sometimes it's even like 3 and 2. I'll only buy 1 more potion than I would if I win a mask. And if that's what's happening, like, there's pretty much no point in doing this start and not sacrificing 1 multi potion to get the Lono start, in my opinion. So I think Boots 1 is the worst start. And also, if you just think about it, like, very, very few matchups in duo lane, at least at a competitive level, or at like a high ranked level, actually require you to fight in lane. There's very few 50-50 matchups. Like, if their team has Sylvanas, you're probably getting out pushed, so you don't need to fight into it with 8 potions. Like, you're gonna sit under your tower anyways, or you're gonna try to like clear your small minions and then go behind the tower to the lane anyways, and you're not even gonna be fighting them in lane. So like, what's the point of having this many potions? I just don't really think you need it. The Bumbas option is something that I think is underrated. I think this is good if you're not going to be fighting in lane. Either you're going to try to secure your own buff and then go to a lane, or you're going to be winning lane for free. You're going to get free lane pressure, and then you're just going to try to invade as quick as possible. The Bumbas mask is a good option. If you did like Bumbas mask before, I would say that you should still go it, and you can get your Lono's mask after Boots, and you'll probably be just fine, because Bumbas will help you power spike in the early game anyways, and then you can obviously sell both of them when you need to get into the rest of your build. And then, yeah, finally, I think if you can get away with Lono's mask, I think it's just the best start in the game. If you don't need a lot of potions, you are heavily rewarded with the passive from Lono's. You get a quick power spike, you get 150 health from it, which makes you pretty dang tanky in the early game. And obviously the gold is great. You can use it, like I said, in the traditional build to kind of replace Vanguard if you want as well. If you think that you want to go the Bumbas start, you can just go, you know, Watchers, Bumbas, Traveler Shoes, and then get Lonos, and you'll be chilling. So that's pretty much all I got for you guys. Hopefully it all made sense, and hopefully you have a good idea of whether Lono's mask is good or not. Do all the sellout stuff. Follow me on Twitter and Twitch, all that good stuff. Peace out.